There may be some obstacles to you being heard that you're going to have to address first. If you've betrayed trust with your listener, and your listener expects that every time you share, you're going to finger point, you're going to make them feel like they're never enough,
Yeah.
you're going to shame the listener, they're going to automatically, when you start, they're going to close you out. Sometimes it's the way we present. We talked to one person and they were starting their sharing of an issue with a certain line. And every time the spouse heard that certain line, they immediately went in their shell and weren't listening.
We likely have already established some habits, some bad
Yeah.
habits with our miscommunication with our spouse. So some of that we're going to have to overcome
Yeah.
to help be on the same page and move forward in a positive way. That's going to take some time. You don't just snap your fingers.
True.
And years of coming across poorly are all of a sudden gone because I decide I want to do it right now.
Yeah.
So-
So we may have to talk about the way we talk
Yeah.
before we can share too many issues. A lot of people don't have a plan in place for how they're going to talk about issues. It's haphazard. And they don't know how they're going to do it, and they just stumble around kind of like a team without a coach or clear direction.
Vision.
Can you imagine them playing football? There was no planning, nobody's practice, nobody knows what the other person is going to do or should be doing.
We just know. We want to
Throw that ball
We want to
around.
make a touchdown.
Yeah.
So,
Somebody's going to throw the ball and somebody's going
yeah.
to catch it, but goodness, we don't know which
And
team is going to do
and
what.
guess what? There's some strategy involved, and
There
in the
is.
same way in our marriage.
Right. And so you want to be able to talk about how you talk. You want to make sure you're not playing dictator. That's not fair. Or a parent-child role where you're telling the other person, this is how you should do in the relationship.
In
This
other
is what I
words,
expect."
we're team players,
Right.
And I'm not telling you, I'm not dictating to you, and now you you have to do what I'm telling you. You're just
Yeah.
presenting to each other information.
And there's a lot to be said about that because a lot of couples, treat their spouse like their child. There's no shared power or mutuality. And so one person walks on the other and things are done at the expense of the other instead of both coming together as one. You have to ask yourself in our decision making and the way we communicate, is there a good balance of the two of us, or does one of us dominate the other?
Goodness, just bringing that topic up, sharing power, receiving influence. That is
Yeah.
so. I love that.
We have videos on those as well.
Yes,